Hi, today I want to talk to you about one of my refusal hearings. All on the same day. We had win-win-win. It does happen. We won a refusal case, and I'm going to tell you how we won this refusal case on this particular day. Hi, my name is Larry Newman. I'm an attorney located in beautiful Ithaca, New York. Today I want to talk to you about one of my refusal cases. I went to a refusal hearing. That's a Department of Motor Vehicles specific administrative hearing in front of an ALJ, an administrative law judge, to determine whether my client was going to have his license revoked for 1 year with no other license being given. It's an important hearing. So some attorneys think, oh, don't bother, everybody loses at these hearings. Don't even bother showing up. It's not even worth it. Well, I'm going to call bullshit on that, okay? Because showing up, you know, Woody Allen, you might love him, you might hate him, but he said 80% of life is just showing up. For us, showing up means it gives us an opportunity. It gives an opportunity to cross-examine a police officer, a deputy, a trooper, find out what the situation is, look over paperwork. But you have to show up. You got to be present. Showing up, I think, is at least half of the way there. So in this particular case, I didn't have all the paperwork yet. In the first hearing, the police officer didn't show up, and the judge gave him an opportunity to show up in another time, which took a long time between the first hearing and the second hearing. It was over 9 months. So these hearings don't happen overnight, and you have to be patient. Patience is a virtue here. So the police officer did show up, and he had a lot of paperwork, and this case was a horrible DW case, by the way. It ended up later on, we ended up getting it reduced down, but that's another story for another video. But horrible case because the car was actually blocking the road, and the police officer actually took pictures of the car, of this guy's truck blocking the road. When he walked up to the car, up to the truck, the guy's music was on and he was kind of singing, but in a semi-conscious state. When he banged on the window on the glass, the guy did this to the deputy. All right, so that's the kind of case that I had, and it just got worse from there in terms of the DW case. So I was sitting there as I was listening to all this and looking at the deputy's pictures and thinking, all right, Larry, you better pull some rabbit out of a hat on this one, because it didn't look very good. But then I saw the magic piece of evidence, and this was the magic piece that was the killer. I looked at the refusal report of the person that gave the warnings. The police officer, the deputy that was sitting there that day, didn't sign it. He didn't give the warnings back at the station by the breath test machine. That guy, that deputy, that what we call a BTO, breath test operator, wasn't there. Oh my God. The guy that signed the paperwork, that gave the real warnings, wasn't there. Well, that's a violation. Sixth Amendment, you got to be able to confront your accusers. How would I know how he gave the warnings or what warnings were given? And the honest cop, the honest person that was sitting right there, stated on the record that he wasn't really, there listening to how he gave him the warnings or what warnings he gave. So, wow. That's how that hearing got won, and his license didn't get revoked. So I've had that happen not just once. I've had it happen multiple times, that sometimes they don't get all the right people at these hearings. And you have to be able, Sixth Amendment, to confront your accusers. That's just a basic trial right in any case. Notice and a right to confront the people that are accusing you. So if you have questions about your DW case in the upstate region of New York, these are the types of cases I handle. You got to give me a call, shoot me an email, be more than happy to discuss your case. And thanks for watching this video.